We are live, we are live, we are live. Welcome back to Talk Talk Live on IG and YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, if you're a content creator, you know what you had to go through in order sometimes to get this stuff through. Some of your computers are going to malfunction. They're going to say what they're going to say. They're going to do what they're going to do. And they don't care. And you, my friend, have to write it out to the end and still get your content out there. So that's what I'm doing. I am shunning all the naysayers. I'm just having to, there's a whole lot of nonsense happening behind the scenes, and I had to get it together in order to get this thing out there. But I am back, and I am renewed, refreshed, and ready to go. So thank you very much for joining me at Talk Talk Live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So, thank you very much for joining me. Sorry for the delay yesterday, but yesterday it seems that had a little gathering here at the house. Well, one of my nephews had a gathering here at the house that delayed Talk Talk Live, quite simply. Anyway, so we had a few friends over, so we could only do it today. So we're doing it today. We're doing it right now. So thank you very much for joining me on Talk Talk Live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So, and we're sponsored by Duntalk, DUNTALK.com. Yes, I'm wearing gear. I'm wearing the shorts. I'm wearing a top here, Duntalk, as you can see on the label. And yeah, we're going to just go for it, and we're going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, because quite simply, no matter what obstacles are in your way, sometimes you just got to push through and get to. So again, we did that. We had to make some adjustments, but we have done it, and we are back on air, and we are live. Thank goodness I have my laptop, Lord knows, because that would have been a harrowing thought. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the future of the NBA, a lot of people were triggered. A lot of ladies were triggered at especially the first round of the NFL draft. Now, I don't know. Well, let me say this. A lot of ladies are into the NFL draft. Thank you very much. What size and kids do they come in? They come in various sizes. Go to Duntalk.com, DUNTALK.com. Thank you very much, Lana, for the comment. Yes, those fits are available to you, ladies and gentlemen. Still available, still readily available, and yes, we're going to. And they're all available to you. So again, Duntalk.com, right here, and I am repping the brand. And yes, it's Spring Summer line. I believe it's out now. I'm sure it's out now. I'm going to ask the owner, but I'm sure it's out now, anyways. I've been saying it, but I just wanted to make sure that it is indeed the case. So, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. This cough is still persisting. So we are, we have just experienced the NFL draft. We're coming up within a month on the NBA draft, and what a lot of ladies, especially black women, young black women, are upset about are the fact that a lot of the first-round draft picks have decided to not be so race loyal, and have decided to, well, I wouldn't say a lot. I would say a good proportion. Let me say this: have decided to vote with their feet and choose women outside of their race, ladies and gentlemen. And again, it is a bit of a issue with black women everywhere because, again, if there's any way onto the millionaire ladder for black men, it tends to be through sport. It tends to be through entertainment, and that's unfortunate because I think we need to build up our business class more effectively so that we don't have to fall victim to just being a first-round draft pick. And allowing ourselves to, just literally be sequestered into certain areas of the job market, certain areas of the business world. So again, we need more executives. Quite simply, we need more owners. We need more executives, and that's why I try to shun away from the from the sports and business class, anyways. But again. Nonetheless, we are here, and we're going to discuss the NFL draft. Now, again, a few misconceptions that we want to get rid of and dispel. So we're going to start off with that, and then we're going to get into the reasons why these gentlemen are potentially choosing more women outside of their race in particular. But again, first, let's dispel the lies and the truths, and we're going to get into that right now. Let's get into the browser. Let's get in. Let's get started. Thank you very much for joining me again on Talk Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So, we're going to get into the browser here. And we're going to talk to Media Man here. Media Man always sets us straight in terms of the statistics and in terms of the lies and the truth. And I always refer to my man Media Man. So please go and subscribe to Media Man. He's doing wonderful things in these YouTube streets. He's setting the world straight, especially when it comes to lies perpetrated on black men, and especially in terms of the dating market, in terms of marriage, in terms of economics and whatnot. And I'm sure he'll be the first to agree that indeed, that this trend that black men are dating outside of their race, especially as they become high value men, especially if they become millionaire high value men, tends to be a misconception. We're going to get into that through this podcast. NFL draft girlfriend sparks unnecessary outrage in the black community, embarrassing us. So that's the first thing I want to do right now is set women on the right path and give them the truth and not lies, and literally just basically just level the playing field. That's the phrase I was trying to use. It's just level the playing field and let everybody know that it's not as bad as women will let you seem it is. And we're going to get into this video with Media Man. So let's get into this. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk live on IG, YouTube, and we're going to get into this right now. So let's do it. Let's go. Fair use, as always, as we continue. All right, and I don't know what happened there. We had a little stalling there for some reason. There we go. That's better. Okay, we got it. All right. So yeah, it was just a little hiatus here. Hold on a second. Let me just, it went up, it went down, it went sideways. Hold on a second. All right. Why is okay, here we go. There we go. So.
Battery 100%.
There we go. We have the mute on. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Let me just get this sorted out. I don't know what's happening. The computer seems to be having a bit of a conniption. Give me a second. Unbelievable. It's all happening at once today. No, I don't want to wait. It's great. And, well, okay. It's just how things are going today. Wow. Okay. How did that happen? Okay, let's see here. First off, let me do this. There we go. And then we're going to do this.
And marry outside of their race. Just because y'all see a few NFL players with a couple of snow bunnies. Shout out to Dr. Umar.
This is the snow bunny crisis on steroids.
Okay. And I'm kind of ashamed of the black community for doing all these damn videos and having opinions.
That's better. Okay, we're back.
Opinions about why black men date outside their race when they get money, when the shit is not true. And it's just crazy to see that everybody got all these think pieces. Some woman talking about redlining
with his Danish girlfriend, Alina Thurgood. And if this was an isolated incident, we wouldn't even have had this conversation. However, black men have been doing this since racial barriers were lifted from professional sports. Now, the majority of black people have always stayed in close community with one another due to redlining.
And that's why black men, we hate our mothers. We hate our black mothers. We trying to compete with white men. We want to be assimilated because that's why we deal with white women. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with insecurities. It ain't got nothing to do with, how about this? Before I get into it, why doesn't the black community ever stop focusing on black men and why they're dating or marrying white women? How about y'all look at the women that you're defending? Black women. Why don't black women ever look within and be like, well, maybe we might be doing something, different or off-putting to these guys while they're in college? Because from the feedback that I received from the sports players who spoke on this, I seen Marcellus Wiley talk about it.
You ain't going after fine first when you at that level. You mess around, you date. That'd be your girlfriend. That'd be your fiance because you got money, you can buy rings. Guilty. You'll do all that, but wifey? Probably not.
I seen Josh Powell talk about it.
Men choosing women who are willing to do for them what needs to be done or what they need to feel within a relationship.
Those are all football players, NFL players, ex-NFL players, and ex-NBA players. And they say that it ain't got nothing to do with black men hating their black women or hating their mothers. It has everything to do with them women doing what it takes to make sure that that guy's life is easier. They're playing at the highest level in college. They're trying to make it to the NBA or the NFL, and they don't need that extra stress. And I've said this multiple times to my homeboy, black women haven't figured out how to treat successful black men because they probably weren't taught. But at some point, you have to do your research with the types of men that you're dealing with. You cannot treat the guy who is a millionaire the same way that you treat Pookie and Ray Ray or some around the way guy. Take care of the simple shit while this guy is damn near putting his life on the line on the field or something like that to try and bring home these millions of dollars. And stop treating them the same way that you would treat some running the mill. And I know that may sound like classism. I understand that. Some men may get offended. Some women may get offended. But there is a level of respect that you have to have if you're going to be this man's personal, partner, his wife. It's unfortunate.
So stop right there.
I've talked about this.
Thank you very much, EMF, for a second. Stop right there. I let it run a little longer than usual, but I did it for a point. In that, number one, he explained the fact that, a lot of these, rumors that, a lot of, liars and, a lot of black women, uninformed black women, let me say that, state that all these black men who become millionaires, become sports stars, abandon their black women, when in fact that is not the case. But secondly, if they do, there's a reason why they do it, and that is that a woman should be a man's piece. A woman should be, especially in a position that he's in, especially in a high tension, high pressure, high performance field. He wants someone where he comes home to who doesn't have a handout, who only wants to help him get to his goals. And if you're not willing to do that, and unfortunately, more often than I wouldn't say more often than not. I would say often we find that, because I have to choose my words here. Often you find that black women aren't willing to do the necessary spade work, as my uncle would say, in order to put a black man in a position of success. So therefore, he's not willing to. She is not willing to, help him with his homework. She is not willing to, provide meals for him if he gets home late from practice or from study. She is not willing to be fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. She's not willing to do that at a younger stage. What she's willing to do, though, is she's willing to have a handout for her hair. She has a willing to hand out for nails. She's trying to take from the trough at an early stage, which is a recipe for disaster, quite simply. It's a recipe for a disaster. You can't, this is an audition, pretty much, for a lot of black women to enter into a space where they could not, I repeat, not get there on their own unless they're, unless they are, scantily clad, or if they, scale a business up for at least 20 years. They cannot get to this level, not instantly. So a lot of black women have to prove themselves to these black men, which a lot of them aren't doing. That a lot of women outside of the race, be it white, be it Latina, be it Asian, they're willing to do. They're willing to do wholeheartedly. And you see that, and when you see that again and again and again, especially when you had the NFL draft, you had the first round draft pick. So actually, let me just show some highlights here. I mean, let's just go there. All right, NFL. I'm just doing an audible here. Draft. 2024 highlights, yeah? First round. 2024 highlights. Let's go there. Let's go there. Okay, so let's see if they got anything here. Okay, so oh shoot, let me. You know what? That's wrong way. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Yes, YouTube. Yes. Okay, and yeah, we're not gonna do that. All right, NFL. Really? We're really doing this now? Unbelievable. Okay, I didn't even ask for that. Wow. Okay. NFL.
Because it's difficult to meet the right
Really? I did
people.
not ask for that. I
In
did
the-
not ask for that. No, I did not. So I don't know why this is going up like that, but there you go. A draft. Draft. First round highlights. So let's go. Let's go. 2024. Yes. So let's go with the last draft, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out. Let's go there. Let's go there. All right. Best round. Okay, for NFL round 1. Okay, so we're gonna just listen to this in silence. We're not exactly gonna get the draft announcement or anything. We're just gonna every first round pick. Okay, so basically, let's see here. Yeah, we can do this. We can do this. Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Bang. Let's go there. Right? So we're going to listen to this in silence.
Rice up top, Washington in the...
I don't want any copyright infringement as such. Let's see here. Okay, this is just highlights. Let me go back. Sorry about the delay here, guys. Here we go. We should have gone the first one. Best round moments. So we're just going to leave it and listen in silence to some of these things. I'm going to let them carry through. And there we go. Let's go back. Okay, so we go back. There we go. So that's the girlfriend. That's the first round pick. That's the first round draft pick. Caleb Williams. That's his. So his mother, father, and white girlfriend. Okay, so again, we have a case here that the number 1 pick in the first of the first round of the NFL draft was, he had a white girlfriend. So let's go to the second round. Let's go to number 2 in the Commanders pick. And again, I don't think this gentleman had a girlfriend himself. But we're just going to the celebrations here, people. We're just going. We're gonna take it there. We're gonna go there in terms of celebrations, and picks. And here we don't. I don't see any. Well, let me see. Let me just make sure this is clear. Yes, indeed. There is no girlfriend here. So that's number 2. Let's go to number 3. Here we go. Drake May. So we got this here. So here we go. There we go. Okay, this is a white dude. So we're going to skip this one. Number 4. Draft pick number 4. We're just going to do a little sample here. I don't think this gentleman had any girlfriend. He loves his mother, and I think this. Well, again, we can discuss gentleman, and yes, I think it was just celebrating his mother, and that's that. Fine, great. Next round. Let's go to Malik. Again, not a lot of white women here, from what I see thus far. We're just going through it here on Talk Talk Live. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Talk Live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment, and road to 1,000 subscribers. Let me put it on the big screen. I did not do it the last time, so I'll do it here. Yes, nothing here. See, nothing to see here. Next, let's go to I think it's the top 10. This is the top 10 picks, I think, here. Yeah, okay. So we're here again. I don't see, well, I only see family. Family. And, yeah, it's just strictly, oh, well, I caught a glimpse there. That may have been compromised. This from JC Lemire. Yes. Who's that? Lathan. Sorry, Lathan. What the hell is Lathan? Anyways, Jesus. Lathan, he may have had one, but we cannot confirm nor deny that. We move over here. Here we have a black girlfriend. So therefore, that's Michael Penix, the QB, drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. He had a black girlfriend, so that no situation to see here. We move on. Again, this is more or less a white family here. Next, Bo Nix. No, we don't have anything there. And then that would be that. So again, I think, again, we can get into the video, but from what I saw of the top 10, there wasn't many white girlfriends to be found. I think it was a lot of these gentlemen were either single or weren't claiming a white girlfriend, quite simply. So rumors to that effect were to the contrary. But let's get into the video. Let's go back to the video here, and let's find out from Media Man, indeed, the truth, the lies, and thereafter. Let me just, here we go. That's better. I don't know what happened there. Okay, we readjusted. Okay, don't smoke. So we are back and ready to do it. Okay, just let it calm down. Let it do what it does. And I don't know why this thing is stalling. Everything's running a bit slow here. We had construction outside, so do apologize for the delays, but we're back, so let's get into it.
Before, I think black women definitely have it in them to attract these type of men because black women, in my opinion, are the most beautiful women walking the face of the earth. I've said that multiple times. But it's just the attitude and the way y'all approach relationships that may decrease your chances, of getting these types of guys. And granted, I'm saying this somewhat tongue-in-cheek because of the fact that I know the actual statistics. However, that doesn't negate the fact that there are a significant amount of black men who are athletes that date and or marry white women. And if I had to guess, I would say that there's more than any other race. But that doesn't negate the fact that the men who don't play in professional sports and they make over $100,000, they tend to marry black women. And if you guys don't understand that, I'm going to show you. So this is what I put on TikTok.
Let's just stop that right there. Yes. That's an important...
And I see everybody running with it.
Stop that.
NFL draft showed us that rich black men prefer white women.
There we go.
And then I went here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is Thought Code. You guys have seen this picture before. The top 4 myths about black marriage.
Can you stop? Great. Fantastic. Oh, this is a bit of a roller coaster ride. Okay, so that is a very good point. In that, as the millionaire class, especially the sports class, the entertainment class, you're going to find a lot of black women involved in those. A lot of white women involved in those spaces. However, the further you get to the $100,000 U.S. Barrier and slightly above that, black men tend to be very, very race loyal in those capacities, and that has not been brought up by the statistic. For the most part, everybody's more or less sensationalistic, and so they truly want. They only see what's happening at the top level, and indeed there are a lot of black men marrying white women at the time because, again, they want a woman who's there to support them and not there for handouts, unfortunately. Very often in those cases, which is, that is not for the majority of men, as Media Man has already alluded to. Black men tend to be race loyal, and as Medium attests, and I attest to, I think black women are the most beautiful women in the world. I've only dated black myself. And Medium Man is only, I'm sure, dated black himself. And I'm sure that for the majority of black entrepreneurs, black high-value men of just above from the $100,000 to $500,000 earning range, they tend to be race loyal themselves. So again, they would say that in those environs of salary and expectations, black men tend to be very, very race loyal with their black women. But again, we're going to get into this. The top 4 myths about black marriage from Media Men. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's go. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live.
This was actually written by a black woman, once again, named Nadra Kareem Niddle. And it was updated on February 28th, 2021. Y'all know my rule. Within 5 years. Now, let me go ahead and read this out for the black community that don't like to, do their research. Rich black men marry out. Black men drop black women as soon as they reach a certain level of success, don't they? While plenty of rap stars, athletes, and musicians may choose to date or marry interracially when they achieve fame, the same is not true for the bulk of successful black men. By analyzing census data, Tolson and Marks found that 83%, what did I just say? 83% of married black men who earned at least $100,000 annually got hitched to black women. The same is the case for educated
stop that
black
for a
men.
second.
Of all
We're good? Yes, we're good. So stop that for a second, people.
incomes, 85%. This is old. Now this number is 79%.
All right. Thank
of
you.
black male
For a
college
second. I know what's happening. Is there seems to be some sort of... anyways. Nonetheless, we are back. So, as seen by the statistics there, 80% of black men who make $100,000 or more tend to marry black women. They tend to be very, very loyal. So, yes, as was seen, and this comparative view, this article was drafted by a woman, a black woman, to be fair. And again, it only goes to show that while people are, when they see the best among us in terms of entertainment, in terms of sports, a lot of those black men tend to marry white women of those echelons. The fact of the matter is, the rank and file of high value men tend to be very race loyal. The rank and file among black men tend to be very race loyal. They tend to love black women and marry them. Remember what I said here many a time that I quote Kevin Samuels on. 54% of black men are within the middle and the upper classes. 54% are single and childless. 64% in the middle class and above. So there are so many black men with a good amount of money who are single and childless, and when they do reach that high value status, they tend to choose black women. They tend to choose black women overwhelmingly, as most people would when they tend to be race loyal, but especially married black men, especially in the United States. Now again, these can vary from country to country. If you go to England, if you go to Canada, those levels could diversify. However, for the most part, they tend to be race loyal. They'll tend to be above the 50 to 60 to 70%, 70th percentile. So again, we tend to be very, very race loyal in these certain circumstances. So for all those black women who think that we abandon you, we don't. We literally don't. Let me see if there are any comments on the other side here. Thank you very much for joining me in Talk Live. Just want to bring that point out. You need not fear a black man abandoning you. No, it is not going to happen. We tend not to happen. Don't look towards the upper class. And even when you look at the entertainers and the sports stars among us, most of them tend to be married to black women anyway. They are. They do. They literally do. So for you to think that we're going to change lanes as soon as we hit a certain level, as if we're going to live up to the credos of Kanye West, when we get home, we leave your ass for a white girl. That tends not to be the case. That tends not to be the case. We tend to be very, very race loyal in those certain circumstances, as in all dating circumstances. So don't believe the hype. We're telling you now, it's untrue. And this comes from a well thought out article from a black woman, mind you, who created this. So let's continue with this. Let's make sure that we are on. There we go.
Graduates married black women. Generally, 88% of married black men, no matter their income or educational background, have black wives. 79% now. This means that interracial marriages should not alone be held responsible for the singleness of Black women. And that's the key point right there. And that's why I keep saying the Black community is focusing on Black men. Focus on Black women. Because I promise you this, it's like dropping a bomb in the center of 1,000 Black women. When you ask them, y'all want, you know what I'm saying? Every woman wants to get married, right? They will literally bite your head off and tell you, no, that is not what I'm here on this earth for. I'm not here to get married. I'm not here to procreate. This is Black women. And if I'm lying, y'all can tell me. Quote it. I think every woman, you know, when they're little, they all want to get married. Black women will spit in your face if you tell them that. So do you think they would put something like that in there? This means that interracial marriages should not alone be held responsible for the singleness of Black women? They tell you that, not me. It's not me. Okay? So when y'all watch this, don't be like, oh man, you're projecting me, media man. No, the proof is in the pudding.
Fat-free Jell-O pudding. Dessert is back and it's fat-free.
If we know that the statistics show that only 29% of Black women.
I'll let him continue. I'll let him go.
Actually married, which is the lowest. And granted, Black men 36%. And then the whole narrative about, you know, dating out and marrying out. White men ain't checking for Black women like that. They may admire you from afar. They will support you on social media. They will get those clicks, likes, and views by telling you that you're a queen, my sister.
My sister. My sister.
Putting out these false statistics. But at the end of the day, white men aren't marrying y'all. So the issue can't be Black men, because we've already just proven the statistics just
that
came
right
out
there.
that
You know what?
Black
I'm
men-
rewinding this back. I gotta rewind this back because y'all didn't hear me. Y'all aren't hearing me. There's a whole lot of information in those few minutes. So I'm gonna rewind it back if you didn't catch it. But what he's literally saying is this. Black women, we are not the ones who are barring you from marriage. No, it is yourselves. When it comes to marriage, all the races of women want to get married. Black women want to show you how independent they really are. And that's why you're the lowest married on planet Earth. Westernized Black women are the lowest married women on the planet. And it's for a reason. Because you don't want to be married. You don't want to make yourself eligible for marriage. You want to show your independence. Okay? If you want to show your independence, sorry. If you want to show your independence, that's fine. You will be alone. And don't think that white men are coming for you. They're not. They only want to fetishize you, unfortunately. They only want your you to be their fantasy. And once the fantasy is over, they're going right back to Becky. Going right back to their own. That's just the way it is. See Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. There it is. That's the usual case. So, as I've always said, and as Media Man is alluding to right now, the only way for Black women upward mobility in society is through Black men. I'm just saying. It's always been the case. It's through Black men. Black men who are 54% single and childless, 64% in the middle class. Those are the men you need to be seeking out. Because those are the men who are willing to take a chance on you. If you are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. But even so, even if you're missing one of your attributes, we'll still look out for you. I've always said, Black men are the only who will meet you where you are. As long as your attitude's okay, as long as you're loyal to us, we will meet you where you are. And the statistics show it. We have not abandoned you. At all. No matter what social strata, no matter what social economic strata we may be at, we haven't abandoned you. And as much as you try to smile and cater to white men, the fact of the matter is they don't want you. They literally don't want you. They have their own women in which they are very, very loyal to themselves. Other races as well. Other races apply. There are these chosen few that are dating and marrying outside their race, but unfortunately, they are the few and far between. I'll say that right now. They are the few and far between. More often than not, you'll be fetishized. That's it. You're there to fulfill a fantasy. Once the fantasy is over, once it's out of their system, they move back to where they were and start a family that way. So, but we're gonna rewind it back so he can get it all out for you again. Just for the cheap seats, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna let it roll from the beginning. I'll go uninterrupted. Let me see if there are any comments out there. Any comments? Here we go. Lana BK says, in your opinion, would you say that those statistics are industry-specific, business, tech sector, entertainment versus sports? I would say those statistics tend to be, I wouldn't say industry-specific. I think it comes from a vast, wide spectrum of industries and statistics. We're just ranking black men in terms of if they make $100,000 or more, be it in the tech industry, be it through the business world, be it through trucking, be it through blue collar work, be it through white collar business world. No matter where you land, and of course we're including the entertainment and sports industries as well. So it's from a wide range. So thank you very much for the comment there, Lana. But we're gonna go back. But once again, I'm gonna let this ride through. And holy shit, this thing is just stalling and stalling on me. Okay, let's go back. There we go. Yes. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna let it ride on through from the beginning. There we go. So I'm gonna let him tell it. And we're going to get through with it. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Wow, this server tends to be a little bit slow today, so my apologies. So let's get into it now. Let's make sure that we are good. Wait. Okay, there we go. And let's get into it. Be back in 1 second.
Choose to date or marry interracially when they achieve fame.
1 second.
The same is not true for the bulk of successful black men. By analyzing census data, Tolson and Marks found that 83%, what did I just say? 83% of married black men who earned at least $100,000 annually got hits to black women. The same is the case for educated black men of all incomes. 85%, this is old. Now this number is 79% of black male college graduates married black women. Generally, 88% of married black men, no matter their income or educational background, have black wives. 79% now. This means that interracial marriages should not alone be held responsible for the singleness of black women. And that's the key point right there. And that's why I keep saying the black community is focusing on black men. Focus on black women. Because I promise you this, it's like dropping a bomb in the center of 1,000 black women. When you ask them, y'all want, every woman wants to get married, right? They will literally bite your head off and tell you, no, that is not what I'm here on this earth for. I'm not here to get married. I'm not here to procreate. This is black women. And if I'm lying, y'all can tell me. Quote it. I think every woman, when they're little, they all want to get married. Black women will spit in your face if you tell them that. So do you think they would put something like that in there? This means that interracial marriages should not alone be held responsible for the singleness of black women? They tell you that, not me. It's not me, okay? So when y'all watch this, don't be like, oh man, you're projecting me, media man. No, the proof is in the pudding.
Fat-free Jell-O pudding. Dessert is back and it's fat-free.
If we know that the statistics show that only 29% of black women are actually married, which is the lowest, and granted, black men, 36%. And then the whole narrative about, dating out and marrying out, white men ain't checking for black women like that. They may admire you from afar. They will support you on social media. They will get those clicks, likes, and views by telling you that you're a queen, my sister.
My sister. My sister.
Putting out these false statistics But at the end of the day, white men aren't marrying y'all. So the issue can't be black men. Because
Stop
we've
for a
already
second
just
right
proven
there.
The statistics just came out.
We're just going to go back to that last statistic that y'all didn't catch, that I want y'all to see right here. There it is. Black women, white men married couples represent 6.4% of married black women. 6.4%. You think White Zaddy's coming to save you? No, he's not. He's here to fetishize you. He's here to fulfill a fantasy. He's here to blow your head up. And then he's gone. Back to white women. He's gone home. See Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. I'm dead serious about this. 6.4% of black women, white men, married couples. Oh, I read that wrong. Black women, white men, married couples represent 6.49% of the population. I keep saying to y'all, black men are your only hope, but yet you want to be independent. I don't know why. When 54% of black men are single and childless, 61% are in the middle class and above. Look it up for yourself. Blackeconomics.com. I can show you myself. Look it up for yourself. Second statistic. Black women, white men, married couples represent 1.88% of the total black female population. 1.88%. If you think Zaddy's coming to save you, you are sorely mistaken. I keep saying to y'all, we are your only hope, and we are here for you, but you wish to go it alone, and I don't know why. Don't know why. I do not know why. But the statistics prove it. Again, we see in the little corner right there. Generally, 88% of married black men, no matter their income or educational background, have black wives. Why are you buying into the hype? The NFL draft has y'all goofy. Absolutely goofy. Look under the surface and see what really happens. 85% of black male college graduates marry black women. You ever go out to here's a great scenario. Here's something that you can see in your daily lives every day of the week. Go out into any party this weekend, long weekend here in Canada. Go out to any party. Take a look around the room that you are in and see what you see. I can guarantee you there are not many interracial couples to be found. If you go into a black party, yeah. There are not many interracial couples to be found. I guarantee you that. In any big city. Even here in the 6. Go on in any big room, any big party. You know where to go. And see how many interracial couples there are. There aren't many, if any. That is a representative of that 88% of married black men, no matter their income or educational background, have black wives. It's rare to see an interracial couple, yet you swear that that's all we do. No, we don't. As much as we're fetishized, as much as we are, where it's believed that we are interracially dating, we're not. And again, I ask you to go to any party on any given weekend and see how many interracial couples are there, especially at a black party. You don't find them. They're very rare. You may see plaques of white girls, but they're just to, Have fun. However way they can get it. But at the end of the day, they're not being chosen overall, and the statistics prove it. And if you think that White Zaddy's coming to save y'all, you're wrong. He isn't. Black men have always been there for you, and we are your hope going forward. I keep saying this. If you don't wish to be married, don't be married. We don't ask you to. You don't have a gun to your head. But realize this. Your entree into married life pretty much is through race loyalty, a.k.a., in my case, black men. Ladies. Black women, gentlemen. Well, to a certain extent. Because black men can travel. We can travel, but we don't. Who's second rated on dating apps? Black men. Behind white men. We can travel. But we tend not to, as the statistics prove. Let's continue.
Just proven, the statistics just came out that black men, when they marry interracially, they are married at a higher rate than black women, and they get divorced less than black women. Black women, the same across the board. Black women are the most divorced and the least married to in whatever category, especially in interracial marriages. Hey, this is another article with the same thing.
Stop that again. You all didn't hear that. He's so cooking. As my hero Tierra always said, he's cooking. He's cooking. Black women are the least married and most divorced. I wonder why that is. These are statistics, in this instance, made by women. He made sure that he targeted black women to make these statistics so that there are no lies told. He's telling on y'all. They're telling on you, black women, unfortunately. Least married, most divorced. Why? Because of, unfortunately, attitude. Attitude is all. You want to be single, black, and independent, so be it. But it comes at a price. It comes at a literal price. Especially as you go up the socioeconomic ladder. As much as we need you, you definitely need us. Let me say it again. As much as we need you, you definitely need us. That is a cold, hard fact that a lot of black women have to get on board with. The statistics prove it. I'm not making this stuff up. I am not. I'm just letting you know that we are here for you, but for a limited time. For a limited time, because as is seen by the NFL and NBA drafts, white women are there and they are coming and they aren't stopping. Asian women, Hispanic women, other women are coming and they aren't stopping because they see something in us. They see that we could be the best fathers on planet Earth. We are very involved in children's lives. More so, and lies. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the lies. They can see that we listen to our women when it comes to finances and when it comes to upbringing. We listen to you. We can see that we're good providers. We can see that we're involved in family life and in our children's lives. I don't have any kids out there, but I'll tell you one thing. If I do, I'm in that house raising them. I was raised in such an environment, and I will be damned if I go into marriage and into having children with those children being outside of my house. I will not do it. I will sacrifice for them to stay in the house so that they are raised by two-parent household, because kids tend to be better equipped in life when they come from a two-parent household. Simple as that. We don't even go there for single father homes. We don't even go there. But anyways, so let's see if there are any comments out there. No, we are good to go. But yes. Back to it. Black women, we are here for you. But let me tell you, as Dr. Tia-Sun Johnson has already alluded to, in terms of African American studies, a lot of women who are outside of the black race are enrolling. Why? Especially women. Why? I need not say why. You ever go into a party and that same party and you see a gaggle full of for a reason. They want to offer choice. Hard, cold fact. Although we're still choosing you overwhelmingly, but it's a hard, cold fact that alternatives are presenting themselves, and that needs to be brought to the fore. Let's go back here because we still have a lot more to talk about. Thank you very much for joining in Talk Live. Media Man, please continue. You're breaking it down so very, very well. Like and subscribe to Media Man. Fair use. He's doing wonderful things in the YouTube streets and setting a lot of these lies asunder. So thank you very much to Media Man again. Let us continue.
Marry black women. So this young woman right here, written by Ann Brown, another black woman.
Oh.
Same time, around 2021, a month before the other article was published. She fact-checked and said there are many myths about black marriage. Some claim that black men are marrying at high numbers out of their race. Others claim that black women just aren't getting married. Another myth claims that successful black men aren't marrying black women. For the latter, the opposite is true. Black men who earn $100,000 or more marry black women, according to the analysis of U.S. Census data and other figures. And let me just be clear for anybody watching. This is one article that is saying who are the lowest paid players in the NFL. Is there a minimum salary in pro football? Let's go down here. Since NFL teams require a 53-man minimum roster, massive amounts of money go towards a player's budget. While quarterbacks and highest paid members of a team typically earn multi-year contracts for millions of dollars a year, the median salary of an NFL player is $860,000 per year. So, just by that, right? If NFL players are making $860,000 a year, all of them, for the 53-man roster, and black men who make $100,000 or more annually marry black women at an 83% clip, does that include NFL players? I would think so. Okay, black community? Y'all looking dumb out here, and you could have just did a Google search and found this information for yourselves. Okay? And just to drive home the point.
So again, I'm just going to stop that there quickly. And then we're going to go on with the statistics.
According to Sports...
Stop. Here we go. Yes. So just to answer your question there, Lana, yes, that these statistics include sports stars, as was evidently put, because again, a minimum salary for a black man is about $865,000 here. Minimum salary for NFL players in 2024 is $795,000, so they are included in the high value statistics. Yes, indeed, they are included. So therefore, of these men who earn these salaries at an 83 to 88% clip, black women are chosen. Black women are the wives. So don't believe the hype. Don't believe the, oh, look, he's married a white girl. Oh, she's on the couch with the black. No. Of the rank and file of the majority of these new millionaires produced every year, more often than not, they're choosing black women. What sort of black women? That remains to be seen. However, they're choosing black. Overwhelmingly. So don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. But we're going to get to the reasons why, if they do choose outside the race, why indeed they're doing so. But, so just stay tuned. We are getting to that.
Spot track, the minimum salary for a player in the NFL is $795,000, though this figure tends to change based on experience. So let's go ahead and say that $795,000 to $860,000. That's what the average NFL player makes. Very simple, right? And we use this dude. So if 83% of black men who make $100,000 or more marry black women, and the average median salary in the NFL is between $795,000 to $860K, then what does that tell you? Black community, you can come to your own damn conclusion.
There it is.
Do some math, figure it out, and shut the fuck up on social media talking about this damn conversation, because it makes us look stupid.
I didn't know, but now I know.
Is this the reason?
We need your black card back. We don't want to hear you say nigga no more. We need your black card.
So we're gonna.
The culture is sacred, and that's all I'm going to say.
So these are all those lies that you're seeing. These are all those.
But you can't eat a plane.
It's what I was trying to find.
Your nigga credit limit, your black card
Yeah.
has been revoked.
I love this. I love this. You see, hold on, stop for a second.
Cause we can
Stop for a second. What I love about this video is that you can see the black mama keeping that white girl away from her black boy, keeping her away. She is providing that block. Although there are a lot of white women in the audience there, I must say. It must be a multicultural environment. But anyways, he's keeping her away. Said, not my boy, not today. You will not get those hugs. Not before I get mine first. He is my baby. So, even then, black women very protective of their new of their new black millionaires. Black mamas are very protective indeed. So again, guys, ladies, more importantly, fear not. Fear not. We are still here for you. As long as you act right. Just saying. As long as you act right. Just saying. Let's continue.
tolerate ya, but we don't wanna hear you say, nigga, no.
Yep. Mama's making sure. Get out of here. All right, so thank you very much to Media Man.
Awesome.
There it is. Thank you very much to Media Man for bringing us that wonderful, wonderful education. So, there you are, women. There you are, black women who are within the sound of my voice. Fear not. We are still here for you. We will always be here for you. Even if you try to go outside of your race, we're still here for you. Remember, the birth rate of between black men and black women, it's 49% of black men, all black men have babies. 61% of all black women have black babies. I wonder why. Where are they? Who are they having black babies with, if not for the 49%? Do the math. They're trying. They've always tried since slavery, yet they don't get through. Oh well. Nonetheless, we continue, ladies and gentlemen. So even, okay, with all those statistics in mind, and thank you very much for joining me in Talk Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Sponsored by DunTalk, DUNTALK.com. So with all that in mind, We have a few comments. I'm sorry. We got to catch up with the comments. Is this the same for 20-year-old IG baddies picking up a man? Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. Nathan, thank you very much for your comment. Yes, it is for IG baddies. Yes. Unfortunately, they're young. These millionaires may be millionaires, but they're young. So they may make the right or wrong choices of women. All I'm asking for these men to do, we hit the hour mark actually. All I'm asking for these men to do is draft prenups. Lord knows it saved Dr. Dre and many others hundreds of millions of dollars. And it can save you. So, just saying, in case you're being played, make sure that prenup's signed if you ever walk down the aisle with this lady and, sign on to the state. And you shouldn't be signing on to the state in the first place, but that's another thing. Lana says, reminds me of Tasha Black and BET's show, the game Black Mamas, what's that? Black Mamas don't play. They don't play. No! Black Mamas don't play. You can see she don't want you next to her boy. No! She wishes you were out of there. But the boy made a choice. So let's get back to that choice, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me in Talk Live. So I hope I've answered both of your questions, Nathan and Lana. But let's get back to the choice. If you are of that 17 to 12% of black men who make that, who go that way, who go the great white, the great Asian, the great Hispanic, the great Latina, the great Middle Eastern, the great whatever way, of which you are in the distinct minority. Why? That's the question. Why indeed? So let us get into that right now. If you are indeed of that ilk, we're going to move on. So let's go here why NFL, okay. We managed to fast forward this. We're going to go on to Chisha Zed. Thank you very much to Chisha for joining us here. Let me get this back here. This thing is... There we go. So we're going to get back to Chisha Zed. Oh, wow. Okay, we're good. We're going to get back to Chisha Zed. Let me get on to a better portion of things here. Yes. Okay, yes. We're getting on the better portion of things here. And we're going to go on to Chisha Zed's video, YouTube vid of NFL wives are going viral on X and how this relates to Simone Biles. A perfect example. A real perfect example. Simone Biles is married to an NFL football player. So much so that she gave up her gymnastics career, her lucrative gymnastics career, because again, she was getting endorsements. She was making a lot of money in that. But she decided that no, I have hit the big time. I'm making sure that I am a black man's wife. And I'm going to support him through thick and thin. And so she's reveling in it. She's literally reveling in it. Because again, she can straddle both worlds. She can deal with white wives because she's hung around white women all her life because she was a gymnast. And yet she can stay loyal to her black man, having the tools that she has of being fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. So we're going to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into this. The reasons why a man may switch, if he switches at all. So thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. Let's get into this. Okay. Let's hear the sound. And there we go. Oh, we got it. We got it on mute. You got it on mute. Okay. Come on now. Okay, I'll let it do what it does because I know what is going on. There we go. It seems it's having a little heart attack. Give me a bit of just get a bit of time here, guys, while this thing sets itself up. There we go. Well, I'll just narrate yourself through this until we get to the point because you see all these black players, and you see all these white women. So, what's the reason for this? Let's get into it now. Now that I have the con, finally, I am finally ready to deal with this here.
And
So,
asking a
there we
black
go.
woman out. She says no thanks. He goes to another black woman. She says no thanks. The third post shows he goes to another black woman. She says no thanks. And finally, he decides to date a white woman. And all three of those black women come back. Black women. And then there's other posts like this chick who says some other black girlfriends are not pictured at this party. And she's saying, well,
Okay,
there
let's
are
go
men
back.
within the Philadelphia Eagles who do date black women. They just didn't go to that party. But there's, as you can tell, the majority.
Let's go back to this and let me just recount this because a lot of lies being told, yes, indeed. But we're going to get into it right now here on Talk Live. So let's get into it. Finally, we've got the technology ready and raring to go. So, yeah, sorry about this delay. A lot of construction is happening outside, and it's causing delay with the internet. So I've been dealing with it all day. But I thank you very much for hanging in with me here, and we're ready to go now. Finally, yes, ready to go.
Players of the Philadelphia Eagles. As you guys can tell, the majority of the main players are African American, and with topics surrounding draft day, this whole thing just went viral. People on Twitter are posting things like criteria to date a player in the NFL. And then you have other users who are clapping back at those posts with posts like this. A short comic which starts with a post of a man asking a black woman out. She says no thanks. He goes to another black woman. She says no thanks. The third post shows he goes to another black woman. She says no thanks. And finally, he decides to date a white woman. And all three of those black women come back and say, how come you don't like black women? And then there's other posts like this chick who says some other black girlfriends are not pictured at this party. And she's saying, well, there are men within the Philadelphia Eagles who do date black women. They just didn't go to that party. But there's something else that I find very interesting about this whole discussion. And that's that just about a week ago, we saw Simone Biles get on a podcast and address her thoughts and opinions and feelings towards women who are calling for her to divorce her husband, who is an NFL player, and he's black. But women were calling, specifically black women, were calling for her to divorce her husband, and she wasn't feeling that, right? And the reason why they wanted Simone to divorce her NFL black husband was because they didn't feel like she was on a high enough pedestal. You guys know my opinion about this whole thing when it comes to a lot of these chicks who have a modern outlook on marriage. And in this case, we're talking about black women. If you don't have your woman on a pedestal and you're not bowing down 10 to 20 times a day, especially on camera where everybody can.
Sorry. No, this is becoming highly
See you.
sensitive. There we go.
Well, then she needs to leave you. She needs to divorce you. You're horrible. Drink the coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
And you might think, oh, there you go again, Shisha, just twisting the words. And they weren't calling for her to divorce her husband. Yes, they were. She actually said it. Check it out.
Yes, and I love to support him. And by the way,
Stop
it was
for
kind
a
of
second
hyped up,
before we get
that
into this. I want you to take this
yes,
in.
those conversations or drinking their little tequila, whatever it is, there was nothing foul about it.
Let me go back to this because I don't know what is happening here. The internet here is absolutely fried, and my apologies again to that. But yes, you have Simone Biles. You have women who complain that these NFL football players, the NBA football players, they are leaving black women. You have Simone Biles, a black woman, a former highly rated, one of the most decorated gymnasts of all time, marrying a black man. And in her comments on Instagram, on Twitter, she's getting comments that she should leave. Imagine the hypocrisy. She should leave, said black man, because she is not being pedestalized. She's not being put on a higher plane to that man. She is not sharing the spotlight with that man. So she should leave. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. to the black women out there who believe that this is indeed the case, you, my friends, are the problem. You are the problem, you are the problem, you are the problem. You finally want to... This is the reason why... This is indeed the reason why black men choose any other ways to women, unfortunately. And the fact of the matter is, you want to share the spotlight with that man. You think it's through your efforts that he got to that position in life. So therefore, you should be sharing the spotlight with him. You cannot play the background. You must play the foreground. It is what it is, people. We give you the status of a high-value woman, and yet you want to take it away because you are not independent enough. You do not share his spotlight. Simone Biles knew different and did different, thank God. But for a lot of black women, they would indeed try to beg, borrow, and steal from that man and then leave him eventually because she could not share the spotlight with him. A spotlight that he got there through his own blood, sweat, and tears. I don't know what to say about this, but let's let Simone tell it because she says it herself. There are black women in her timeline who says, no, you must leave this man because he does not give you that plane. You know what it's like, guys? It's like how frustrating it is when when black women get what they want and yet they don't want it. I don't get it. It is so frustrating. You say, okay, we want more high-value men. You get high-value men. Oh, we need to lead them now because they didn't put us on a bigger pedestal. They didn't glorify us. They didn't say Sierra's prayer. Guys, that's it. The Sierra's prayer wasn't adhered to. They didn't manifest enough, guys. They didn't praise in the powers that be that he shared the spotlight with him. No, he wanted to concentrate on a success that he created on his own. And he wants you along for the ride. He wants you to be his helpmate. And yet, you don't want that position. Fine. You don't have to have it. You wonder why they leave. Even though we don't, you wonder why they do. And here's the reason why. I'll let Simone tell it. I'll let her tell it.
They weren't calling for her to divorce her husband. Yes, they were. She actually said it. Check it out.
Yes, and I love to support him. And by the way, like, it was kind of hyped up, you know, boys, whatever. Like, yes, those conversations, they're drinking their little tequila, whatever it is. There was nothing foul about it.
They were drinking coffee. I saw them.
And that was all going crazy and trending. What are you guys saying to each other?
I thought it was hilarious what people were saying. Divorce him, divorce him. And then they hurt my feelings. And then, like, one night I broke down and I'm like, why are you guys talking about my husband like this? Like, you don't know him. You don't know who he is. And if anybody's met him, they know he's the sweetest guy and will do anything for anybody.
So there's the proof. There's the proof just to refresh your memory. So here's what I find odd. A lot of chicks today, especially women who are out here dating, and they're viewing this is not the type of relationship they want. What Jonathan Owens and Simone Biles actually have together, they don't want that.
They don't want that.
See the black men with the white women in the NFL. They think it should be them. And you might be asking, well, how does this tie in? And this is where I'm trying to get to here. I have a strong feeling that the same women who were trying to pressure Simone into divorcing her husband, her NFL husband, black love, right? Are the same women who are angry about black men dating white women and marrying them in the NFL. Same women. Same women angry. And my question when I started thinking about this was, why do you want those men with black women? Is it because you want black women lifted up? Because I'm telling you, man, it probably just, if you trace it back, like, what are your intentions? What are you upset about? It's so that the black woman can be lifted up, because within the black community, we don't like to see black men being lifted up, aka Jonathan Owens and his wife. They don't like seeing that. On the other hand, if they see a black man with a white woman, it's like, oh, I should be there. And why aren't I there, or another black woman? When really, I believe when a man has options and he can choose, and he has a lot of pressure in his life, he's going to pick a woman who brings him peace, a woman who's not going to try to elevate herself higher than him in every possible case, and has this like modern feminist way of looking at things. And for Jonathan Owens, that was Simone Biles.
Why do you think?
Stop right there. He said it all right there. Here is the labyrinth, the conundrum, the ultimate Here is what I believe. You don't have to take me for gospel, but here's what black women want. They want black men of high value status. Yes. But in wanting that, they want the spotlight. They want to be in the foreground. So instead of standing beside them, they want to be in front of them. So therefore, here's my theory. Unfortunately, for a lot of black women who have these men, they think that through their luck, and I do mean luck, they would like to take a black man's place in the spotlight that they haven't worked for, period. Mind you. They haven't even worked for it. Once they get that limelight, they want it for themselves. So therefore, they will start speaking on behalf of him, start starting businesses in front of him. It's sort of like, you know what it's like? It's like Ciara and Russell Wilson. Ciara doesn't have a music career anymore, ladies and gentlemen. She is Ms. Wilson now. And everything to which Miss Wilson gets at the moment is through Russell. It ain't through her own dearth. It's not through her own blood, sweat, and tears. She used to, but not anymore. Not since she's had the child. Not since she's been with Future. She hasn't had a hit since. She is Miss Wilson now. So what does she do? She opens up stores on behalf of Russell. She has these initiatives through Russell. She wants the spotlight for herself via Russell. That is the Ciara pair. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the goal of most black women. To borrow from their black man's success to create their own. Where a lot of women would just rather play the background, support him, his businesses, his initiatives, be fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, do all these things necessary for him to be the best he can be? No. With black women, it's totally different. They want to use his resources to aggrandize them. Now, again, this can be the same with modern women all over, so don't take that as gospel, but that is indeed the case. Once a black woman has a certain level of prominence created by that black man, they want to parlay that for their own success, and you see it time in and time out. Rarely do you see a black woman create her own success, have a man, and then, oh, as a man, you could share that well too. No, clearly he's in the background. But the other way now. You see what I'm meaning? You see what I'm getting at? Right. Where other women would rather say, you know what? We're wise. We're here to support you. Make sure that you are up on time. Make sure that you're hitting your metrics. Making sure you're getting to your goals. Making sure that we're raising your family right. We're here to cook, to clean, to make sure that you know. Black women is totally different from that. What they would like, unfortunately, of the majority who get to this status is to borrow from your success to create their own. See Ciara. See many black men. Rarely do you see a black woman pay the background. Rarely do you see, rarely do you see a Miss James, LeBron James. You rarely hear from her. Why? Because she's there to raise her family and be with her children. And to be silent. But for the majority of black women, that's not the case, unfortunately. This is all what Simone wants to do. All Simone wants to do is play her role, and that's it. No. Black women everywhere are saying, you know what? No, you need to leave this man because he does not, he's not creating a spotlight for you. What? What part of the game is this? What part of the game is this? Where we must create a spotlight so you can shine while you're in this relationship. I just don't get it. I just literally don't get it. But let it continue, please. Let it continue.
First of all, that interview had nothing to do with me. It was all for him. So I think they were mad that he didn't include me in the interview. But he has to have his moments too, and I let him have it. Whenever I go to football games, I'm not like, hey, look at me, Simone Biles is here. I just want to see my man in that uniform. Give me a little kiss. Good luck out there.
Do you guys hear that? She's okay with her man taking the spotlight. When a lot of these chicks fantasize about marriage, bro, it's worship. It's you doing the Russell Wilson thing. She was like, that's my girl. I love her. Great. And she's a black woman, but they don't like it because it does not fit the feminist, female, and in this case, black narrative. I just think it's not only ironic, but it's also kind of comical, right? It's comical that the same women who can't lock down a husband to save their lives are triggered at both these events. Now, I also heard another perspective from a black woman who dated a couple of NFL players, and here's what she had to say about her experience and what those men usually demand when you date them.
Okay, just before we get to that, I want to see if there are any other comments out there. Just want to get to that. Yes, indeed. We have one comment from Ciara. Do you think Ciara is boring success or helping create a family legacy? No, she's boring success there, Lana. She is. She is literally boring success. I have not... She had a musical career. Yes, she did. Let me say that. So much so she has got a name for herself. But ever since she had Future's Baby, I haven't heard... She's had a few albums here and there, but none of any notoriety. She's Ms. Wilson now. She's Ms. Wilson now. And so she's borrowing from his success. She is not going to play the background role. For the most part, she wants to be in the foreground. She wants him to create a platform for her so she can continue her career. That is everything that she planned out. That she wanted from Russell. She wasn't going to play the background. Oh, no. She wasn't doing Simone Biles things. Hell no. If he did not create a platform for her, she would not be with him anymore. Let me just say that. She would not be with Russell. She wouldn't. She literally wouldn't. She'd be moving on. She'd move on. That's the long and the short of it. And that's typical of many black women. They can't play the background. They can't play the background. They must be at the forefront of everything that black man does, even though all of his success do not owe an inkling to her. And that is why a lot of these black men, a lot of them, although the majority still go for black women, let me say that again, because people will think I've abandoned that idea. But a lot of black men go to other races simply because they're being supported. They don't want, they have a woman who's there just to cook, clean, raise a family, support her husband, play the background, and be his helpmate, be his piece. That's all a woman wants to do. No, she doesn't want to steal his spotlight, steal his shine. Unfortunately. But let's get into this other testimony from this woman who has dated other black male athletes herself. Yeah, I don't know if in college or in, I don't know if it's via college or I don't know if it's via college or if it's via the NFL. We'll see. And let's get into this right now. Thank you very much for joining me. Talk live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment, or road to 1,000 subscribers. Sponsored by Duntalk, DUNTALK.com. Yeah, let's get into it, people. Let's get into it. Let me make sure that this thing is running slow today, boy. Jeez. Anyway, there we go. We're back, and let's go.
This is just, of course, just one woman's opinion, but I think it's worth listening to. Let's check it out.
There's a lot of NFL-related conversations happening right now with the draft picks happening, and a lot of people are discussing a coincidence that they have seen with these black players showing up to these ciphers with non-black women. A bit of a contribution to that topic, and I'm only speaking from my own perspective, from my experience of the NFL players that I have encountered. Dated one, break into one long term.
What does it say there? There's some writing. It says they need me. Get a screenshot of that so you guys can possibly read along and correct me, because some people like to do that. It says they need you to be very self-sufficient in every area outside of finances. They will cover you financially, but you will need to be able to handle all the other needs for the both of you. He does not have time to coach you into anything. He's busy. You must be very agreeable. Oh. They scattered. They scattered.
This coffee smells like shit.
They spit that coffee out so fast. Agreeable. Pleasant. Submissive.
What?
I gotta go. Goes on to say, and cooperate. And so
Oh, go ahead. Jesus.
I have a feeling that she's approaching this like, a chosen one. Which the funny thing is, that is who they think. They think they all deserve NFL players, athletes, movie actors, entrepreneurs. I mean, they just think they all deserve the best, don't they? Why make fun of it now that you struggled to qualify? Right. Let's keep listening.
Stop for a second right there. A very good point raised there by Chisazette. Hold on, let me stop that for a second.
Black. They like agreeableness. That's the
why
word.
you
They
are
want you to
stopping.
be
Okay, there we go. That should do it.
to just
Finally.
keep quiet and agree to
Wow.
everything. He can come outside to them and be like, wow, look how agreeing that's.
Okay, let's stop it. Let's stop it. Finally. Yes, there's a sense of entitlement. Unfortunately. Oh, that's with all women. But especially with black women. Once a man reaches a certain level and he's black, a black woman says, you know what? He should be for us and us only. And we shouldn't have to work and provide and be fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive for him. No. You're lucky that we are here in the first place. That should be enough. They don't believe in, for a lot of women, let me say not majority, but for a lot of women, especially black women, they don't believe that they have to work hard or be agreeable or be cooperative and submissive to these black men in order to stay in their lives. They think, my presence is enough. I'm the prize. Remember that? You ever heard about that? I'm the prize? Yeah. That is absolutely true, especially when it comes to these athletes. Black women think they're the prize, not you, not the one who had to go through all those tryouts, not the one that had to go through all those years in college, not the one who had to go through all those years in high school and Pop Warner Ball, not you, not the one who had to go through all those prep colleges for the NBA, not the one who had to go through all those colleges, not the one who reached the highest level. No, when you finally get there and they finally choose, they say, you know, you choose me, I'm the prize. And you shake your head. And black women would, that's one thing a lot of white men, I would say most white women get, that a lot of black women don't get. I wouldn't say the majority, but a lot of what black women don't get. They don't believe that they should be supportive of their men when they find someone like this. They think all the trappings of that wealth, all the trappings of that success, and the hand up should be given to her and not him. That's the disconnect. That's the disconnect that a lot of women get, most women get, of all races get, that a lot of black women, I wouldn't say the majority, but a lot of black women do not get. Let's continue. I'll run this back a bit before we start. There we go. And let's get into it.
It's not that they don't like black women. I am unambiguously black. They like agreeableness. That's the word. They want you to be agreeable. Want you to just keep quiet and agree to everything. He can come outside today and be like, wow, look how green the sky is. And you got to agree that the sky is green.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
Tell
right.
me that sky is green.
Tell me the sky is green.
That's right.
Yep.
If you tell him it's blue, there's a problem. If you tell him it's blue, all of a sudden he's going to say you're messing up his mental.
Yep.
And it's all about them. They will get you nice things. They will get you nice things. But it doesn't feel like a relationship. If you're his sit-in therapist, basically. So you'll sit there, he'll talk to you when he wants to. If he's in a bad mood, had a bad game.
Hold on! Before you go there, you didn't see her slip that little part in there. She said that doesn't feel like a relationship. She's telling you that no, I run the show. I need to be disagreeable in order for this thing to work. No. For the most part, especially in high-value relationships, especially if the man is bringing the majority of that money to the table, he runs the show. But black women don't get this point. A lot of black women don't get that point. They think, no, I need to be disagreeable. I need to be masculine. I need to be aggressive. I need to get my point across, or else I don't feel alive. Really? And that's why you're the least married and the most divorced on the planet. But yet, you don't want to learn. You don't want to get along. You want to be the thorn in his side. You want to be the man that he comes home to. In a lot of cases. And that's what's holding you back, black women. I'm just saying. It is. It's what's holding you back. You won't take those steps to agree with said gentleman. You won't do it. As she said, it's not, it feels foreign to her. It's not what a relationship should be. It should be about disagreement. It should be about microaggressions. It should be about take, and giving you a bit of needle at the side. It's simply stunning, people. I'll let her continue.
got to understand that he doesn't want to talk. A lot of black women do experience the privilege of being able to just be in a position where you can just turn your brains off and trust your man to do everything. A lot of black women are in survival mode, and these guys can't deal with somebody that's in survival mode because he is so focused on his game. There's also conversations around the fact that they are being groomed to talk to other races of women. Yes, that too. But it's not that they don't find black women physically attractive. It's not that they would never ever speak to a black woman. But a lot of them are wanting somebody to be in a relationship with them, to watch them be in a relationship by themselves.
Let's talk about a little bit what she said there, because the first thing she said is, if the sky is blue and he says it's green, you better agree. Just the way she framed that whole discussion.
Passive aggressive.
And scenario, I can see why she wouldn't do well.
Nope, she
with
wouldn't.
Someone who needs
that's
you
a
to
passive
play
aggressive
the
answer.
helpmate and needs you to play the background within the relationship. Yeah. All those words. Because, of course, he wasn't trying to convince her the sun was green. That's just crazy, right? But it was a situation where she thought she knew what she was talking about. And he's like, no, you don't. Like, I'm right. And you need to trust me on this. And she felt like she didn't have as much of a voice as she wanted to have within the relationship. That's an issue with a lot of women today. Mm-hmm. We are a hyper-independent generation. Men too. And the more that a man needs you to submit and let him lead because you're coming into his plan, his vision, right? You're riding along. You are a feature, right? You're not the writer of the song. You're featuring in a part of that. I know it hurts independent, strong women to hear that, but that's what you are in that situation. And the way she framed that, she didn't like that. The second thing is she talked about how you have to be that man's therapist. And she said it in sort of this condescending way. I just see that as he just wants you to listen and talk to him. He wants somebody there to talk to when he's had a tough day. The problem is she probably just wanted to get a little bit too involved, right? Let's keep listening.
Another observation.
Stopping that there for a second before we go on.
The social skills that it takes to be around a typical black person. Obviously, there's not that many black British women roaming around the streets of America. So a lot of my friends in America are black American.
Hold on a
women.
second.
I used to date these guys and I brought them around my friends.
Let it run for a second.
They didn't have much to say. When I brought them around my Caucasian friends, they were more open. I never thought about it.
Let's discuss that a little bit more in depth. Let's go back here. And thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Live. Sorry for these utter malfunctions, but again, we're getting through. We're building it as we fly it. Okay. Getting back to me. You can hear what she has to say there. A lot of passive-aggressive answers in that she doesn't want to play the background. She doesn't want to agree. She wants to be disagreeable. She wants to have her own way. To a man who's created a plan for himself of success. And it's working. If he's created a plan of success for himself that works, why are you getting involved to say, oh, I want my own autonomy within this? No. He shouldn't. And if he finds that peace in someone else, so be it. Although he will still look for a black woman to find that peace. However, if he doesn't find that peace and he goes outside the race, he's not to blame because he could not find it. He keeps beating his head against the wall, and they're literally telling him, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to be masculine. I'm going to have these microaggressions. I'm going to be disagreeable. You're just going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with a strong black woman. And you wonder why you're the least married and most divorced. Here's the thing, ladies, especially black ladies, and I love you to death. The one thing you're going to have to ease up on is that attitude, because I tell you what, 50% of all women will be single by 2030. All women. And especially as the baby boomers leave and the Gen X somewhat leave, when you get to millennials and zennials, you'll see those marriage statistics plummet off a cliff. So you have to change your ways now. There's no two ways about it, especially in these high value echelons, where a lot of black men are getting approached by all women, not just you, who we are very loyal to, as the statistics have proved, but not just you. Not just you. But all women want to know about black men these days. I just heard recently that they're having a shortage of babies born in Japan. So guess who they're calling on? Japan, ladies and gentlemen, is having a shortage of babies. Guess who they're calling on? Not black women, I can assure you. But let her just finish what she has to say, and then we're going to move on to our final segment of the show. We're getting there. Let's go.
And they need a certain type of woman. And that woman can be black, she could be anything. They tend to find it in non-black women. Just my opinion based on the 3 that I've met. If you're wondering where I met them, they're not that hard to find in Florida, if anybody's looking for them. But yeah, that's what I've got to say about it.
Not that hard to find to get your cheeks clapped. That is probably a fact. Probably a fact. Yes. Fast nozzle. Hey, listen, guys, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Do we have anything else here?
No, I'm going to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just stop this.
I think that's it. Appreciate you guys. Till next time. I'm out.
So
Peace.
this is what we're dealing with, people. Thank you very much to the Coffee Pod. Like, subscribe, comment to Chisha Zed. He's doing wonderful things in these YouTube streets. But that's what we're dealing with, people. We're dealing with a certain set of women who are quite set in their ways, and they don't want to change. And the statistics prove that they are not winning. Even though we're still looking for you. We're still very much looking for you. You're not winning. It's a no-win situation. But let me let this man tell it. This last little video from Living a Life of Abundance. Now again, he's a little more controversial. I think he's on one of the watch lists for a women-hating site, Living a Life of Abundance. But he's doing wonderful things in YouTube streets, and some things he has to say are correct, including this part right here. And he captured this off of TikTok. And the question was, why are D1 athletes only dating, marrying white women? Now, again, the statistics prove this is not the case. However, you want to know why. You really want to know why. Let's just, this is the climax of this show, right here. I try to say it another way, but there's no other way to say it, so take it as you will. Why are D1 athletes only, they're not only dating, they're not. Why they are dating, but they're not only dating. The majority of those D1 athletes are dating black women. I can assure you of that. So there's a bit of a lie on this. He's telling a bit of a lie, but if they are dating, why are they doing it? Let's get into it right now. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. Let me see if there are any other comments before I get into this. My mistake, my bad. I have been neglecting my chat. Let's see. No, we're good? Yes, we are good. Okay, so why are we doing it? Great. Fantastic. We have a few minutes left, and we'll get it under the 2-hour mark. So that is excellent. So let's just get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Yes, YouTube does not want you to see this video. Yeah, a lot of But I think a lot of black women will want to see this video. So let's just relax, take it back, and let's see the reasons why, indeed, black women are only not only, but why they would date a white woman. Why D1 athletes would date a white woman. Why you would see them on those NFL and NBA draft days. Why you would. Why would you? Let's go. Let's get into it. Yes, indeed. Finally, we're here. Finally, we're here. But again, it's quite obvious. It's already been answered throughout the show. But we're going to get into it right now. Why, indeed, they do. And if this thing wakes up, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There it is. Finally, we got it. Stop that. Unbelievable. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Oh, wow. Did it again.
Player.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This thing is just driving me nuts. Okay.
Telling you what they have told me. My man said, bro, how many white women have you seen do the Meg Thee Stallion challenge? And he said, excluding the ones that think they're 2 shades away from being Lotto. I said, probably only 1. He said, okay. Y'all, 5 of my guys that play on Division I Power 5 football teams, and they start. They were like, goody, you know the type of NIL deals we got. One of my men said, bro, I was messing with this black girl. She heard about the deal I got and started to request money, Apple Pays and Cash Apps, for her hair and nails. I said, oh shit. My other friends were saying, bro, I would try to take her out to Chipotle, Kava, this and this and that. She would get mad talking about, why are we going to steakhouses? You're good for it. I said, oh shit. They were like, bro, the white women, they're down to go and get a cup of coffee, go and get some fucking ice cream. My friends were like, bro, the white women we're dating, they pay for a lot of our stuff. I said, what do you mean? They said, bro, they know that we're making some money, but while we're at practice or we're at camp, they got us our favorite Kava bowl, double chicken, right? Waiting for them to come out of practice. My friends were telling me these girls are getting their group projects done, getting their essays done, online tests done on time. I said, wait, what? I said, bro, what about maintenance? There's no way y'all not paying for her hair, nails, bags, her lifestyle. He said, bro, first of all, my girl will get her own Starbucks and even get me one, but if I want to be nice, I'll get her something, from Starbucks. And they were like, hair and nails, they don't even care about the nails, really, and if they do it themselves. Sometimes I pitch in, and I was like, all right, what about hair? They're like, bro, she's white. She just brushes it. We're flat irons. She wants to be special. So, Jesus Christ, you guys are saving a lot of money. One of my men said this. He just got drafted. He said, bro, I was dating a black girl. Now I'm dating a white girl. I'm about to marry her. He said, the difference between the black girl and the white girl, the biggest difference is the white girl knows when to shut the fuck up. I said, God damn. Listen, this is what they told me. Do with the information as you please. If it takes me 10 to 15 years to find a black woman that's compatible with me, that's what I'm going to do. But this is what they told me. So stop being surprised.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video.
Right there.
Don't forget to...
You think I was lying? You think I was joking? Let me go full. This is where I want to go. I want to go full camp. You getting it now? Are you listening to the sound of my voice, black women? If a black man does choose a white woman and he's a D1 athlete, if he does so because he realizes that this woman is there to help and not, she's willing to give and not to take. Because for a lot of black women, they have their hands out. Give me money for nails. Even though he's earning little to nothing. But if you are a D1 athlete, you're allowed to get, certain deals. So you can make some money. Yes, you can. But even if they do or don't, a black woman has her hands out saying, give me money for nails, give me money for hair. We have to go out to the best places. These are college athletes who earn little to nothing. They already have their hands out. For a lot of white women, they don't care. They'd rather help you out. Make sure your assignments are done on time. Making sure you get to practice on time. She'll do her own hair, her own nails. All she wants to do is be around you and be a helpmate and help you to your goals. Are you listening, black women? This is what they're willing to do and what you're willing to do in a lot of cases. Not the majority, but a lot of cases. You have your hand out. You're asking for cash apps. You're asking for money out the gate that you haven't even earned. From a man who has little to nothing at all at the moment. This is your proving ground, and this is how you are doing on a test. You are failing miserably. But yet, you think that you have the God-given right to say, hey, black man, I'm a black woman. I don't care how demanding, aggressive, masculine I get. He needs to take me. No, he doesn't. Not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. If he sees a better talent on the other side, he's going to go there nowadays. He is. You can see it time in, time out. Not the majority of the time, people. The statistics have already shown 83 to 88% of high-value men, high-value black men choose black women. Majority of the time. But those statistics are changing, and they've been seen here on Talk Live. Those statistics are changing by the minute. Especially as we go into more cosmopolitan societies. Those statistics are changing. And if black women don't change with those statistics, if black women don't get on board in terms of being cooperative and submissive, instead of asking for handouts, let me say this, it will be to your detriment. Plain and simple, to the point. I'm going to repeat that again. Just for the cheap seats, and then we're going to end the show. This is the reason. Right here, why black women are passed over for white women in a lot of cases, especially with regards to these high-value men / D1 athletes / footballers around the world. Listen closely. Again. And you know what I mean by football there. Listen closely. Again. I am not making this up. Ladies, take note. Ladies, take note. I'm going to get back to the 12th minute. There it is. I just want you to realize why, if they choose, why they choose. This is not, I repeat, not the case in the majority of cases. I repeat, we marry 83 to 80% of all marriages within the black community are with black women. 83 to 88%. But that is changing. Especially with regard to high-value men. That is changing. Here are the reasons why. I want you to listen to it one more time. And then we're going to close out the show. Pay attention, ladies. Please pay attention. Because you think we're lying. Because she's got the good hair. No. It's not because she got the big titties. No. It's not because of that. Because she's got because she speaks differently. No, it's not because of that. Not at all. Let's go.
I am going to tell you, as someone that is friends with a lot of D1 football players and D1 basketball players, I'm going to tell you because they have told me. Whoa. Before I get into this, I want to make it clear I'm only into black women. I'm just telling you what they have told me. My man said, bro, how many white women have you seen do the Meg Thee Stallion challenge? And he said, excluding the ones that think they're 2 shades away from being Lotto. I said, probably only 1. He said, okay. Yo, 5 of my guys that play on Division I Power 5 football teams, and they start. They were like, Goody, you know the type of NIL deals we got. One of my men said, bro, I was messing with this black girl. She heard about the deal I got and started to request money, Apple Pays and Cash Apps. for her hair and nails. I said, oh shit. My other friends were saying, bro, I would try to take her out to Chipotle, Kava, this and this and that. She would get mad talking about, why are we going to steakhouses? You're good for it. I said, oh shit. They were like, bro, the white women, they're down to go and get a cup of coffee, go and get some fucking ice cream. My friends were like, bro, the white women we're dating, they pay for a lot of our stuff. I said, what do you mean? They said, bro, they know that we're making some money, but while we're at practice or we're at camp, they got us our favorite Kava bowl, double chicken, right? Waiting for them to come out of practice. My friends were telling me these girls are getting their group projects done, getting their essays done, online tests done, on time. I said, wait, what? I said, bro, what about maintenance? There's no way y'all not paying for her hair, nails, bags, her lifestyle. He said, bro, first of all, my girl will get her own Starbucks and even get me one, but if I want to be nice, I'll get her something, you know, from Starbucks. And they were like, hair and nails. They don't even care about the nails, really, you know? And if they do it themselves. Sometimes I pitch in, and I was like, all right, what about hair? They were like, bro, she's white. She just brushes it. We're flat irons it. She wants to be special. Jesus Christ, you're saving a lot of money. One of my men said this. He just got drafted. He said, bro, I was dating a black girl. Now I'm dating a white girl. I'm about to marry her. He said, the difference between the black girl and the white girl, the biggest difference is the white girl knows when to shut the fuck up. I said, God damn. Listen, this is what they told me. Do with the information as you please. If it takes me 10 to 15 years to find a black woman that's compatible with me, that's what I'm going to do. But this is what they told me. So stop being surprised.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video.
That's it for
Don't
today's
forget to
video.
like,
Thank you very much, Living a Life
and
of...
if you guys enjoy the content.
If you choose to like and subscribe, please like and subscribe. He's doing wonderful things in the YouTube streets, especially for the men among us. Okay, we're done here. Time for me to sum up. You heard what the man just said. You heard what I've relayed all night long. Takeaways. Ladies, black women in particular, please, please, please understand that you are still the apple of our eye the majority of the time. But times are changing. Just from what you saw there in that video. If you're here on YouTube, you hear it here on Instagram Live, and I thank you for hanging with me. Black women, you got to change your attitude. You want to change your altitude? Change your attitude. That's the saying. That's the saying. If you want to change your altitude, change your attitude. And that is why, for a lot of black women, they tend to lose out. They tend to be, that is why they become a part of that statistic that who are the least married and the most divorced. Why? Because they wish to be disagreeable. Why? Because they do not wish to help a black man, especially on his way up. And when he's there, they want to take the spotlight for themselves. They'd rather not play the background. They want to always play the foreground in a lot of cases. There's your problem. Instead of working with a man to get to a certain level of life, no. He'd rather be on the tape, be on the Cash App, give me money for nail, hairs, bags, do whatever, while he's still in college. You want that. You don't see the forest for the trees, and a lot of other races of women do. And that is why, in many cases, not the majority of cases, in many cases, black men are heading outside the race, especially when it comes to NFL and NBA draft prospects. And you'll see that again next month. You will see that again next month in the NBA draft. I guarantee you that. So black women, you got to shape up. You got to shape up. Either you're going to be fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, or you will be left behind. Accent on the cooperation. Accent on the submission. If you're not willing to do those things, it becomes a lottery. A literal lottery. A literal draft for you women. So please take heed. Do not think that black men won't cast their eyes elsewhere. Do not think that you have a sense of entitlement to these black men. You don't. Not in this day and age. Not in these cosmopolitan societies. Not as the world is shrinking and not increasing. There's something you got to learn about that, black women, unfortunately. We love you. I've only dated black women. Only one black woman. That's the majority of us. 54% of us are single and childless. 61% of us are in the middle class. 88% of us making $100,000, making of any socioeconomic strata, married black women. 83% of those making $100,000 or more. But you see the downtrend in terms of statistics there. The further our choices are, the greatest our ability to see other perspectives and make different choices. And if you only want the spotlight to yourselves, if you only want to be disagreeable and masculine and uncooperative, unsubmissive, so be it. Do as you please, but you will be alone. The majority of you will. But we love you nonetheless, and we ask for you to please just be on our side. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Talk Live on this great episode. We managed to get it in, but thank you very much for joining me on Talk Talk Live, and look forward to doing this again. Well, we'll see tomorrow if we have another episode, but yeah, it was a great episode tonight, and it's just, again, the one thing I want to take away from this is that black women, we still love you, we still want you, but things have to change. They have to change. They have to change, especially when it comes to these young men and the choices that are available to them now. Either you make yourselves, either you ameliorate yourselves, or you'll be left behind. Simple as that. But we're going to say goodnight to you on IG. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Talk Live. Thank you very much for sticking around with me. R.I.P. to Darren Detition. I met this gentleman. He's a sportscaster on TSN here in Canada. A very, very nice man. I met him on a couple of occasions while at Raptor games. The guy was huge. But again, he died of prostate cancer today. So R.I.P. to my man, Darren Detition. And yeah, I hope that he rests in peace and his legacy will live on for many going forward. So R.I.P. Darren Detition. And thank you very much for joining me on Talk Talk Live on this great episode. And we look forward to seeing you next time. And Talk Talk Live Minute coming out very, very soon. And thank you very much for joining me. And we'll speak to you soon. And good night from Toronto on IG. Thank you very much for joining me here on YouTube, and I appreciate you sticking around with me, especially with all the technical issues we had here in the house. Oh my God, it's been like that all night, but we got it in, we got it done, and it was a great commentary. Thank you very much to Nathan and the likes of Nathan and Lana for participating tonight. And yeah, we're going to get out a Talk Talk Live Minute very, very soon, and looking forward to joining you on another Talk Talk Live. If not tomorrow, then next week. So thank you very much for joining me on Talk Talk Live, and look forward to speaking to you. If not tomorrow, next week. Look forward to look for all the highlights. Look for my my captions on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok. It's all there. We're getting it out. We're pushing the limits here, and we're only going to get better. So thank you very much for joining me on Talk Talk Live. Sponsored by Duntalk, DUNTALK.com. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Spring Summer line out now. I thought this fit was quite nice. I got complimented on it tonight, so thank you very much.